Once again, my transformation will begin anew. Who will I become this time? Perhaps a loyalist captain of the Crimson Fists, or a warp-talon legionnaire of the Night Haunters. For the heads of the Hydra are many, and the shedding of my skin will begin once I step into the capsule of rebirth. The walls are clear, yet durable enough to withstand the acid of the basilisk, which will strip me and my armor of its cerulean flare. I enter the capsule, and the monastery serf begins the metamorphosis process. The dark green fluid fills the capsule, and I can feel the burning as the acid seeps between the battle-damaged cracks of my ceramite armor. And then, the memory implantation process begins. For 2 days, as my armor's color singes away, an Alpha Legion Psyker melds his mind with my own, fusing his memories of his time as a sleeper agent. After 48 hours, I emerge. Brother Cronus of the Alpha Legion is no more. Today, I stand here as Primaris Captain Lorian of the Brazen Drakes chapter.
What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk to you guys about Warhammer 40k. In today's video, I'm going over the concept that GW has been pushing for the last couple of weeks: new year, new army. And that little excerpt, whatever you want to call it, that I did in the beginning was just a slight retelling of what I'm doing with my army. So recently, and by recently I mean a few months back, a friend of mine gifted me a few Primaris Marines clad in the color scheme of the Alpha Legion. Now, I didn't know exactly what to do with these Primaris Marines, as my Space Marines are all of the Heresy, so there's no Primaris there. So I was just thinking and sitting on that concept, and I decided that I'm going to strip the Alpha Legionnaires and paint them in the color scheme of my 11th Legion, the Celestial Sons. And those would be the Legionnaires that sided with the Imperium during the Edict of Obliteration and have since undergone basically reintegration into the Imperium as, be it Ultramarines or whatever, but they have since recalled their memories and have now defected from the Imperium to once again join the survivors of the Edict. So basically meaning I'm going to be adding some Primaris Space Marines to my Celestial Sons. Now, the lore for that, I've got it on paper, and it's going to be a while till we get to that, because this whole week I've been working on creating the Edict of Obliteration lore and just fleshing out all the little bits and pieces that I want to get fleshed out so I could continue with Celestial Sundays, which, if you guys remember from like 2 years ago, every Sunday I would post bits into the lore of my fan-made chapter, and it's been 2 years since I've done anything like that. A few weeks ago I posted the first part, the Age of Light, I believe I called it, which talks about the beginnings of the 11th Legion, as well as the background and lore for their Primarch Alec Elric. Now, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, I will be posting links at the end of the video so you guys can check that out and get all caught up. But basically, that's going to be my new year, new army project. To get a roughly 1,500 point force of Primaris Marines, get them painted up, and hopefully play them on the battlefield before the end of the year. Definitely doable, seeing as how I currently have about 600 points of Primaris Marine. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about, which was the beginning intro of this little video, was that I was stripping them. That was the process that the Alpha Legionnaires did to undergo a new creation. Basically, we know Alpha Legions have a bunch of sleeper agents throughout the Imperium, and this was one of them who joined the Brazen Drakes. Now, as we know, the Brazen Drakes were tried for, well, they weren't tried for treason. They're getting hunted down by the Adeptus Custodes for treason, and maybe Brother Cronus was the one behind all of this. Hey, who knows? But anyway, I decided to go ahead and strip the Alpha Legion colors from the Primaris Marines that my buddy gave me for my birthday. Now, if you guys don't know how to strip models, basically what you do is you submerge them in simple green for about a day to 2 days, depending on how many coats, etc. This is my first time ever stripping a model, wink wink, and it's an interesting concept, very scary, because if you leave them there for too long, they'll melt, and if you leave them there for not enough time, it's just going to be a messy situation. So basically, I have a Primaris Captain in Gravis armor that has been sitting in a cup of simple green for 2 days. I took him out and I had to take a toothbrush and kind of scrape off any leftover paint, but he's done. Like, that was my test model. I should have started with like a regular intercessor, but no, I went with the captain, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was. I don't like too much the whole hobby and modeling aspect of this hobby. Like, I don't like building, I don't like painting. I'd rather just have them like commissioned and I can just play the game with them. Back in the day when I first started playing Tau, I loved it. I loved the conversions and I loved everything about it, but I feel like nowadays there's just not enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do, and sleep and whatnot. So I figure just save up some money here and there and then have them commissioned. But this army, I don't know, I might do it myself, I may commission it, I'm not 100% sure. But I at least decided to strip off the paint for this one model, and I think I'll do the same for the rest of them. So, this was just a little introduction into what I'm going to be planning on showing you. It's a very light version of Blessed is the Mind Too Small for Doubt, which is what Gershwin's doing this whole year. And he's really taking New Year, New Army to heart. I'm not going to spoil what exactly he's got in store, but if you know, you know. But yeah, what I want to know is, what army are you guys starting this year? What hobby projects do you have on your shelf that you're ready to tackle? And overall, just what projects in the 40k world are you working on? Whether it's finishing the Horus Heresy novels, whether it's diving into the games of 40k, just let me know what you guys have in mind to do 40k related for this year. And that's all I got for today, guys. As always, this has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.